And those sites they're strategically positioned so you can cover 85 to 90% of US consumption within a 2-day delivery timeframe without having to pay for express service, just by if you distribute your inventory. Now you need to be large enough to justify that, as I was getting to earlier, at least for the head SKUs, large enough to justify that. But the logic for the acquisition is really tying it back to that order management system that I was describing and allowing you to fulfill, even if one of the sites is out of stock, it should never say out of stock to your customer.
Right.
It should go back, check the API for our order management, get a status, where is this thing on the inbound, and allow you to sell off the water or even something that's still in production.
Whoa,
and then in real time show the customer, hey, ships in 1 month, ships in 2 months. We haven't launched that yet, but that's like a big effort internally here to connect these two systems. And not every single product in your supply chain needs the 1 hour delivery or even 2-day.
No.
I think, and that's the other thing I think companies need to do is really assess for a given product, what does the A/B test say? What's the conversion rate lift that you get if you can get it to 1 day, 1 hour, 2 day, 7 day?
Yeah, Ryan, I want to ask you too, because you get me thinking when you talk like that, you get me thinking that there could be a world where, at least for certain types of SKUs, you're almost never out of stock, because you could, take the regional network, like you say, if you've got things well positioned, you could pull from that. Depending on if you're out of one place, you could get it from another place, or you could even go overseas and go direct. But what you need is the user interface that tells the customer, like, yeah, here are your options, but the trade-offs are going to be how quickly do you get it.
Yeah, it's so cool too, because it's almost like, giving that visibility to the consumers that you've never been able to do before. And now when I'm buying a table overseas, like, to be able to say, like, okay, we can put it in production now, you wait 6 weeks and it's, X number of dollars, or we expedite this, if I'm understanding this correctly. And now I have the power as the consumer to kind of make that decision and kind of pay for the speed that I need, and really having that visibility that I've.
And Flexport customers have been doing this for years before the Shopify acquisition, because we provide the best visibility data. Where's my stuff? When is it going to arrive on the inbound ordering of freight? And people, well-run e-commerce companies are tightly managing that and go, okay, let me update my ships by date. But they're doing it by hand, or some cases they use the API. But kind of jerry rig it. We're trying to really productize that and make it something that's default. If you use Flexport's omnichannel services and you use our order management service, you get this out of the box.